Hello and welcome to the second in our live workshops for Crowdfund Angus. And today we're going to be talking about creating the perfect project page. My name's Katie Austin. I'm a coach here at Crowdfunder and I'm broadcasting live from Crowdfunder HQ in Newquay. And we're really lucky to be joined today by Kevin from TapFit, who ran a crowdfunder project with us. And he is from Angus, and they actually got match funded by Angus Council as well. So I'm going to begin with just passing over to Kevin to introduce himself, tell us about TapFit and what they were looking to achieve with their crowdfunder project.
Hi everyone, my name's Kevin Tvdale. I'm from Kits Therapy. The reason I ran a campaign to Crowdfunder was to open free classes in Angus for the TapFit program. TapFit is based on tap dancing. I'm an ex-tap dancer. One of my fortes is tap dancing, love tap dancing. So I was hoping to open the fitness program in this area, be the first in this area to do it. I'm one of 5 instructors in Scotland to be licensed to do this. So to initially start this off, it was looking to invest in the equipment that I needed for the program. As you can probably tell, TapFit, you need some form of shoes to put on to make the sound that you normally hear when you're tap dancing. So to get that and the flooring and the bands that we use in the class, it was quite an investment, and unfortunately I didn't have the capital at the time. So I thought crowdfunding would be an ideal opportunity to raise the funds for the equipment and also use it as a promotional tool as well. So that was what I did with Crowdfunder.
Great, thanks Kevin. And so today we are going to be focusing on creating your own unique project page. And last week we just had a little bit of a look at planning your project, so creating your team and finding your network. And next week we're going to be having a look at running your project. So that's all about the promotion once you go live, and a little bit about promoting beforehand as well, and what to do in that bit of time. So I just want to make sure everybody knows about our downloadable PDF guides that go along with this series and work fantastically on their own. They are the best place to start when you're thinking about launching a crowdfunding project. And they are available to download on the Eventbrite page. They'll also be, if you're watching after on this video, there'll be a little link to the guides on the video itself. And you can also find them on the Crowdfund Angus page on crowdfunder.co.uk. And they have a lot of other bits and pieces about surrounding creating your project that we're not going to mention too much today. So things like creating a video is explained in lots of detail on there, and setting your targets. So definitely get those downloaded and start working your way through them. And one of the best bits of the second guide that goes with this video are project examples. So there are actual links within the PDF guide to some of the most amazing projects that have run on Crowdfunder. And I have to say that one of the best ways to learn about crowdfunding is by looking at past projects and kind of seeing what you like, what you don't like, what you'd have done differently. And you can really see how they ran their whole campaign by looking at their page and looking at the updates, maybe taking a little look at their social media. And that's one of the reasons why we've got Kevin here today to just talk us through how he went about it. So Kevin, what would you say is the most important thing to keep in mind when you're making your project page?
For me, when I was creating the page, I wanted to make sure that the aim of the campaign was front and foremost. So when people went onto the page, they understood exactly what the campaign was about, given the title and what it was at the very start, and then to describe basically little bits about the project, about the equipment that I was looking to get, what I currently do, because I run other classes at the moment as well. So it was to make sure that people understood that the TapFit program was the reason I was doing this, but I had a background of teaching classes and running a business at the moment. It was going. I just needed a wee bit of help to get the capital to get these classes running. So yeah, it was just to make sure that they understood it, and it was vibrant and it was lively and stuff. So it was just to make sure it was good at viewing.
Yeah, so Kevin had a fantastic page which communicated his story and the reason why he was doing this really, really strongly. And we're just gonna break down how you tell your story into 3 key questions. And we're gonna pull off a bit of text from Kevin's TapFit page to look at. So we're gonna start with the question, what are you trying to achieve? What are we doing here? Really important to straight from the get-go to tell people why you're crowdfunding. And Kevin did this fantastically. And as he said, his aim was to launch the TapFit classes in 3 locations in September. Really clear. What are you doing? And where are you doing it? Why are you doing it? You want to get that across straight away. And the next question is, what makes your project great? We can swap the word great in for loads of other words. So what makes your project exciting, innovative, unique? And we basically why should people care about your project and not all the other ones out there, you know? And what I picked out as really strong from Kevin's text was that he says it's a new and very exciting dance fitness class. So this is brand new. You want to be part of something that's a little bit pioneering. It's one of only 5 TapFit classes in Scotland. This is a really cool thing to get involved with, and we need help to get it off the ground. And the next question that you'd be really surprised a lot of people don't cover in their project description is, who are you and what is your experience? And Kevin just kind of touched on this before, that he used his page to really kind of tell people who he is. And this is really important for kind of 2 main reasons. First is it's for credibility. So people know that you have experience, that you're the right person for the job, and you're going to deliver on what you're telling them you're going to do. And Kevin says this fantastically. He was dance training at the age of 4. He's got a lot of experience. He knows what he's doing. I'd love to see a picture of you dancing at 4, Kevin. Should have got that in. And he's not only been doing it kind of in his spare time, he's also trained professionally. He's studied musical theatre at the London Studio Theatre Centre. So, I mean, you know that he's the right man for the job. He's got really strong experience behind him. And another reason for kind of telling people who you are is to kind of add that touch of humanity and personality to the project, kind of to show the people behind it that it's not just kind of a faceless company, that there are real people running this, and just kind of get that across. I think Kevin did this fantastically in his page. So the last 3 slides were a little bit boring. You might have noticed it was just plain text, and we kind of did this on purpose, just to kind of get across the idea that we're not used to looking at plain text. It's really important to include lots of interesting and engaging visual texture in your page. So we're talking about things like images, testimonials from, for example, for Kevin, people who've been to his classes and love it, and breaking up big blocks of text with headings is really important. So someone can skim through the page and quickly find the bit that they want to read. Just makes it much easier to read. And then also you can pop some infographics in there if you've got any numbers or figures that you want to get across. Much more interesting if it's in a nice like colourful pie chart or a graph. And there's lots of easy tools that you can use on most computers to do this as well. It's not too hard. So Kevin, what did you use to break up the text in your page and to make it more engaging?
Well, like you've said, I'm quite a bad one for reading, so I don't like blocks of text. I like it to be broken down and big heading, pictures and stuff, just to make it a bit more clear. So I used some infographics about TapFit and some of the stuff that we got from TapFit, the company, to use as promotional stuff. Broke it down in that, used pictures from, I have an event every year with all the people that come to my club, whoever can attend. I have a party every year to celebrate another year gone, and we all get together and put party into that to say, here's me with everybody behind me, kind of thing. I also used pictures of the equipment that I was looking to buy, just so that people could understand what I was actually looking to get. Because when you say TapFit attachments, TapFit toners and TapFit mats, might not necessarily mean anything to anybody else. And thankfully, just before I launched, the TapFit company gave me a promotional video that they used, and I use a video as the heading for it, and it basically covers the multitude of stuff that TapFit is about the program. It shows the equipment, it tells you about the health benefits, it goes through everything that I needed, and it was in I think it was about a 2-minute video, which is about an average kind of video for that kind of thing. So it was good. It covered the majority of things, and like I say, I would watch a video rather than read text. So yeah, it helped me a lot.
Yeah, that's really important. There's people absorb kind of information in lots of different ways, so it's nice to have the video there, to have the photographs, to have the text, and make it really accessible and engaging for everybody. Thanks for that, Kevin. So next we're going to talk about rewards. So first off, it's not essential to have rewards on your page. You can just run a donations only crowdfunding project, and that option is available to you. However, we do see time and time again that the average pledge on a project will increase quite a lot if you've got rewards on there. And if you did watch our last video, we talked about kind of the motivation behind why someone would pledge on a project. And it's kind of two main camps: because someone believes in what you're doing, or because they want what you're offering. And often it's really good to kind of get a bit of crossover on, well, it's always really good if you can to get some crossover on both of those two motivation factors. And so if you are going to have rewards, you really want to think carefully about what you're offering and make sure it's really appealing to the people in your network and in your crowd, and then it's really great quality and great value for money. So we've got 4 main types of rewards, but honestly, the limit is your imagination. We've seen all sorts of rewards on Crowdfunder, so it really doesn't stop here. But mostly we see products and services, experiences and events, sponsorship, and thank yous. And we're just going to look at some examples of each of these different kinds of rewards. So, products and services. So we've got an amazing example here, which is actually from Kevin's project. He's wearing it right now. It's amazing. So this is a t-shirt that Kevin was offering as a reward. And it was for £15, which is a really great price, I think, especially because it is it's personalised sparkle t-shirt. It says, "I don't sweat, I sparkle." Amazing. And really personal to the project. Someone can wear it when they're at TapFit. A really, really strong reward. And next, at kind of the other end of the price scale, we've got £100 for a VIP glamping package. This was from Green Hillock camping centre that's actually in Angus as well. And they were offering for £100 an overnight stay in one of their bell tents, Prosecco on arrival, drinks tokens, a selection from the barbecue. And this is kind of what the company would offer on a kind of day-to-day basis. But it's often quite good to put these at a slightly lower price than normal, so people feel like they're getting a really good deal. And that kind of goes for a lot of the different kinds of rewards. And next, we've got experiences and events. So this is one of the most popular kinds of rewards that we have on offer on Crowdfunder. It can give you a chance to go and do something that you normally couldn't, something a little bit out of the day-to-day. And often these are things that are really exclusive to the Crowdfunder project itself. So at the top, we've got £25 for an invitation to a celebratory buffet. And a big thank you from Baxter, the Bridie, I think I'm saying it. That's the Forfers Athletic Football Club's mascot. So that was an invitation to an event that they were holding, especially for the Crowdfunder project. And then at the bottom, we've got Hope Organic Garden, and they were offering a tour around the garden in the spring, which you normally might not get to do. And that could be, there's loads of other different kinds of events, so really have a little think if there's anything special that you could offer. Next, we have sponsorship. Our sponsorship can come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, and it could be just for an individual or it could be for a business. So at the top, we've got £15 to have your name embroidered on a bunting triangle that will be displayed at a gala day. So that's a really nice kind of personal thing that will be part of that gala day that you're supporting. And you've got all the way up to £1,000 for your company's name to be on an advertising board in a cricket club. So you can really have a little think about those different kinds of sponsorship you can offer. So, Kevin, do you want to, oh, I'm sorry, we've got one more. We've got a thank yous. So you can offer a kind of acknowledgement. It doesn't have to be much. For example, we've got for £10, you get a selfie with Baxter the Bridie at Forfar Football Club. And at the bottom, there's also, you can get a key ring. You'd get a key ring as a thank you, personalised, like laser cut one from Strathmore RFC. And just to mention that on every single crowdfunding page, you'll also have this little just donate box, so that anyone can just offer money if they want to. If they don't want any of the rewards that you're offering, they just want to give a bit of extra money. So Kevin, can you just tell us a little bit about how you chose your rewards for your project?
Yeah, when it came to the reward side of things, I kind of looked at what I could offer with regards to my business. So because I had a client base at the time with the other class that I deliver, I thought that I could offer classes to that, so they'd kind of be paying in advance for a class. So I offered single classes, a month worth of classes. I also did the shout outs on Facebook and thanks and all that kind of stuff. And then I also put in some specific ones for TapFit. So not only could they come and try out a TapFit class, or they could buy a month's worth of classes. They could also buy their own attachments, so they would have them themselves. They could practice at home to their heart's delight. And the biggest reward I had was the full package for TapFit. So you could attend the class, you would have your own mat, your own attachment, and your own toner. So it kind of ranged across the board. It was like from, I think it was from about £5 for the shout outs right up to £60 for the full TapFit package. So I put that in, and I also offered massage therapy as well, because I'm doing massage therapy as well. So I offered client appointments for hot stones and Swedish massages and Indian head massages and that. So I tried to cover as much as broad as spectrum as possible. Like I mentioned before, I do the event every year. That was one of the rewards, was you got to attend the party that we have every year, and you got a bottle of bubbly as well for your donation.
Great, so Kevin really covered a broad range of lots of different kinds of rewards and something for everyone. So lots of different prices across the board. Thanks for sharing that with us, Kevin. So before next time, I would love it if you could go and start drafting your project description. Really good to get a start on this as soon as you can. You can keep going in and out of your project description as many times as you want before you go live. So don't worry that as soon as you start it, it's going to go live really soon and you're not going to have any control. You can just, it's really good to get straight in there and have a go. And second, start brainstorming reward ideas. Ask the people that you want to support you, what would they want? Ask all your friends and get some ideas together. And third is something we haven't really touched on, but there's lots of advice on in the guides, as mentioned before, is calculate your target. So go and have a look in the guides on how to do that. I'm just gonna finish with one more question for Kevin. So Kevin, what is the top piece of advice that you'd give to someone who's about to run a crowdfunding project?
Oh God. One thing, I would probably say planning is a big thing. Make sure that not just plan before, but plan for the launch, plan for during, and plan for after as well. It was great to use the different tools on the crowdfunding website, so you could put updates on it to say what was going on, what I was doing. So I used that to say that the equipment's getting ordered and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, planning's a big thing. I think it was about 2 or 3 weeks prior to launch to plan everything and schedule all the social media stuff as well, which took a bit longer than I thought it would have. But yeah, it's great to use a plan and make sure that you put it into place and have a support network to help you as well. That's always a bonus.
Definitely. Thanks, Kevin. And so if you have any questions at all, you can email us at support@crowdfunder.co.uk. We'll be back again next week with part 3, how to run your project and how to promote and set up that marketing plan that Kevin was saying is a really important part of the next step. And that's at 3 p.m. on Wednesday, the 11th of October. Thank you very much, Kevin, for joining us and imparting your crowdfunding wisdom, and we'll see you all next week. Thanks.
No worries.